So today on Getting You to the Finish Line, we're going to be talking about loan limits up to $625 with Brogan McGuire here at Caliber Home Loans. I'm David Mendel, the Valkyrie team at My Home Group, and this is Getting You to the Finish Line. So today, as mentioned, we're going to be talking about loans up to $625. Brogan, start us off.
Well, a big thing just happened, and what that is the current, or I guess former conventional loan limits were $548,250. You're probably asking, what the hell does that even mean? Essentially, that was the maximum number that you could get a standard, government-backed Fannie Freddie mortgage on. Because of how housing prices have skyrocketed.
What's Fannie Freddie?
So Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are the government-backed agencies that buy all the mortgage-backed securities. These big lumps of loans, essentially, that, say every 1,000 loans that Caliber does get sold to Fannie or Freddie as a big mortgage-backed security lump sum. Now, they will only buy those if they fit into a very strict set of parameters. A big one being the actual, amount of that loan. So before, you could only go up to, like I said, $548,250. Now, you can go up to $625,000. And this is important for a few reasons. The big thing is that you can now purchase a lot more home with a standard traditional mortgage, which has the best interest rates, better flexibility. Before, you would have to go into what's known as a jumbo loan, which is anything above the conforming limit. But now you don't have to do that. So instead of putting 15 or 20% down, which is the minimum on most jumbo loans, you can now do, your standard, 3% down first time buyer, 5%, 10, 20, whatever you want to do, because you have that added flexibility of being within their parameters.
Okay, and I would assume that also means with the higher loan limits, it increases your buying power, like you had mentioned, without going into a different loan product that's going to cost you more money.
Exactly.
So that's important, because as we've seen in this market with increasing prices, there are a lot of people that are knocking on that door. They're right there at that level, and it was, when you had to go to a jumbo loan, it was very common that just because of the difference in maybe $10,000 or $20,000, where you wouldn't think the payment would be such a variable, because you were moving to a completely different bracket or different loan type, it priced people out of the ability to buy the home of their dreams, or even the home that fits in the market right now.
Exactly. And that's really the main reason why they adjusted it. They understand that homes are getting more expensive.
And who are they?
Well, they are Fannie and Freddie. And there's not really any, individuals in particular. It's they're giant companies that are not government entities, but they are government controlled in a sense after everything that happened in 2008. So they're very cautious. And because of that, they tend to move a little bit slower with things. So I was actually personally really surprised to hear that they jumped up to $625,000. It's the biggest dollar amount jump that they've ever done. It's the biggest percentage jump that they've ever done. But at the end of the day, it only benefits you as the buyer. So it also can benefit you as a homeowner as well. Say you bought a $500,000 house 2 or 3 years ago. Well, that house is probably worth, $650,000, $750,000, depending on what the neighborhood is today. Let's say you maybe you want to buy another house, or you have some projects you want to do. You want to do a renovation.
At a pool.
You can now take a cash out loan much, much higher, because cash outs on jumbos are really nasty, really expensive rates. There's a million hoops to jump through. But now you can get that loan up to $625, so you could get another $75,000, basically, 77 and change, extra out of the house.
So it sounds like at the end of the day, more options, and options are good. So I guess that wraps it up for today. If you guys have questions, reach out to us. Reach out to this guy if it's the loan stuff, because he really knows his loan stuff. But seriously, if you have any questions on real estate, lending, finances in general, wealth building, anything we've talked about in any of our videos, feel free to DM us, give us calls, email us, set up a smoke signal, whatever you want. We'll be happy to answer it for you. So until next time, we're getting you to the finish line.
See you guys.